What's up, sappers? Today what we're going to be going over is how to construct an auto block for rappelling. The equipment that we're going to be using for this is 2 steel locking carabiners, an ATC, tubular webbing, or 7mm cordage. Normally we're going to use this type of rappel for combat equipment or if we have a heavy load. The first thing we're going to do is place our ATC into our steel locking carabiner and wrap our carabiner around our harness from sky to ground. One key thing to remember here is that the teeth or the rigid side of your ATC is facing towards your brake hand side, because that rigid side is what's going to give you the maximum amount of resistance when you're rappelling down that line. When setting up your auto block, you can do this one of two ways. You can use 7mm cordage and join the two ends of it by using a figure 8 bend, or you can use tubular webbing. If the tubular webbing is pre-sewn, then all you need to do is place that through your carabiner. However, if it's not pre-sewn, you're going to have to create a basket hitch by using two ends of the tubular webbing and retracing it through a double overhand. When wearing a rappel seat or wearing a harness that doesn't have sturdy leg straps, you're going to have to route the tubular webbing through the same point of your harness where your ATC is. However, utilizing that leg strap allows you to keep that auto block further away from the ATC so it doesn't get caught up in there. So let's move into how to hook up. First, you're going to grab a double bite of your rappel line and you're going to feed it through that open mouth of the ATC. Once you're complete with this, you can go ahead and place all 3 of those in your first steel locking carabiner and make sure that you rotate the steel locking gate so that way you lock your carabiner. The harnesses that come in your high angle mountaineering kit will have leg straps that are thick enough that you can place that second carabiner down there. So the way that we're going to set up our auto block is the first thing we need to do is make sure that the double sewn portion of our basket hitch is not touching our carabiner or anywhere near our rope. Once we do that, we're going to place the webbing over our rope and we're going to wrap it around 4 times, ensuring that we wrap towards our ATC, and we want at least 4 in the window. And what that means is we just want a minimum of 4 wraps around. And then after you get that last wrap around, you're going to place that open portion of the webbing back into the carabiner. Now for the heavier guys with the heavier equipment, it's okay to throw an extra wrap in there. All that's doing, that auto block, is ensuring that your rope doesn't slide when you need to take a break. And in a moment, we're going to show you how it locks itself in place. Sometimes you just need that extra wrap because either your rope is more slick, it could be a smaller diameter. There's a lot of factors that come into the play, so we just make sure that we have a minimum of 4, and then you guys get to determine how much you want after that. Now, if you ever run into the problem that my demonstrator here is having, where your carabiner is flipped around the wrong way, just simply wrap it back around so that opening gate is facing skyward. You always want the opening gate facing skyward and any type of rope across the spine. The reason being is because you don't want that rope ever accidentally opening your gate or slipping that carabiner. Again, as you notice my demonstrator, we're using tubular webbing. You can use tubular webbing or you can use 7mm cord. Either way, both will work just as fine. It's all about shooter preference. And this is it for the setup for your auto block. Now we just need to get into position and get ready to rappel. It's all about finding that sweet spot, and when you notice my demonstrator gets into that sweet spot, he's able to walk down the wall consistently with just enough leverage where it doesn't get caught up in his ATC. Now, when he wants to brake, he's going to lean back, and that weight's going to cause that webbing to lock just like a Prusik. And that concludes our instruction on the auto block. If you have any questions, just go ahead and email us at thedappersapper15@gmail.com.